Oh,
wait.
We
Is
were,
that SWAT? Are we getting swatted?
Yo, I swear to God, dude, if
FBI, open up.
if someone comes in here and just fucking tackles, I will never forget.
Yo, why do
real
you think
talk,
they're
if it's
going
not
for me
SWAT,
first?
it's ICE, and they're coming for my ass.
Real
Real talk.
Ice,
I've been
baby.
getting away with it for too long, boys.
Could you imagine if ICE was at the door, Dakota answers, "No, there's no one here," and Greg just fucking jumps out the window?
Just take off.
He
on a
goes and
sprint.
hides in my dog crate behind my dog.
Yo, that's a Ford Focus. How many of them is in there?
What up, guys? Welcome back to another Confused podcast episode with your three boys that you didn't know you needed in your life. Up and coming podcast. We're trying to do big things, and we're trying to
Preach.
bring you the stuff that you didn't know you needed to listen to.
Preach.
We are actually the number one podcast in the world right now, self-proclaimed. And
Maybe one day we're coming for you, Impulsive. Love you, but we're coming for you.
Up and coming, bro.
What the fuck's Impulsive?
Bro, respect the game. Up and coming.
Number one podcast in the world right now.
Up and coming podcast, bro.
Whatever. We're number one podcast.
The
in
new
world.
wave, 2021, the new wave. Remember,
Facts,
hashtag
bro.
it.
Hey.
Huh?
No.
Oh, you need me to do my thing?
No.
Oh,
Play
what?
me rock, paper, scissors.
Goose.
Fuck.
Yes.
All right, this episode's off to a cringe start.
Don't forget, subscribe.
Yeah, hit that like and subscribe button. Turn on those post notifications so you guys know every time we post a video.
Thanks.
And with that being said, we're gonna go ahead and jump into it. First, let's start off. I mean, obviously, there's not a whole lot trending this weekend. There's not a whole lot, popping off other than some football stuff, and that's pretty much it. I mean, it's just football stuff. There's nothing really going on in the world right now,
Yeah.
other than
Football, politics, and COVID.
Yep.
COVID.
Yo, shout out to my boys down in New Orleans. Tom Brady, you fucking suck. 38-3. Who dat nation, bitches? Let's fucking go.
Nobody likes the Saints,
Let
bro.
I do. I literally do. I love them.
For my
Yep.
New England friends, Pats ain't shit without Tom Brady, and Tom Brady ain't shit without Belichick and the Pats.
Facts,
so.
bro. 3 interceptions, bro. You suck. Anyways,
All right.
carry on.
Yeah, I know it showed on my fantasy roster. I fucking hate fantasy football. I went from 3rd to 7th.
I'm ripping it. Anyway, so there's some stuff we need to talk about, and
Yeah.
it is one of those 3 trending things
Your
that.
sex life? I didn't know that was trending.
No,
I thought
it's
we were
not-
keeping that on the down
No,
low.
we're good.
Mine is.
Oh,
We're
good.
talking missionary. We're talking missionary. We're talking missionary. You know, where she's laying on her back and I'm in between her legs. I'm kidding. Anyways, carry on.
Never mind. I'm gonna
Schmidt,
keep,
fuck the
keep my
captain's
comments to
daughter.
Dude.
he looks in and goes, every time he says that shit.
Dude, we're on that big dick energy this morning, and I'm about it.
Woo! All
I'm
right.
fucking lit. All right, we're getting into the COVID mentality for you guys.
Yep.
It's
Yep.
been an issue all year, and I know it's like beating a dead horse at still at this point in the year, but it's been going on all year. And my thing is if Biden gets into office, I've heard rumblings of another 6-week, air quote the fuck out of that, lockdown on its way. And how do you guys feel about it?
This is the thing, is like everyone's sick of talking about it, and everyone's sick of hearing about it. But we are literally living through a time that has never happened, like, in the recent history.
Great Depression 2.0.
Like,
seriously,
this shit is like monumental shit that we need to document and put on the internet, because we're gonna remember it, but like other people need to know what the fuck is happening.
Yeah.
And
the more things people can reference about this time, it will be better than not.
we
having
need
anything.
other people's comments and experiences about shit like this, because I can't be the only one that this crazy shit is happening to.
Yeah, really curious about where everyone else's headspace is on this situation, because everybody's situation is different right now, and it's fucking crazy.
Yeah, for sure. Everyone's situation is different. How do you feel about it, Dakota?
What?
English.
Just to use your words.
I had so many thoughts come into my head, and I wanted to rip it, but I'm like, wait, we're on YouTube.
Just go ahead and say it. Say what you need
Fuck
to say.
it, dude. You're gonna get banned from YouTube eventually.
Bro, say it with your
I'm
chest,
not worried
too.
about getting banned from YouTube. I'm more so worried about the government listening in and coming to my house and taking me out. You ever heard of like streamers getting swatted?
What?
You know what that is? So that's where there's a couple scenarios and variations to it, but essentially it's like when their address and stuff gets leaked and the SWAT team raids their house. Like, most of the time, there's been a handful of times when it's happened while they're on stream and stuff like that.
That's fucking hilarious.
That's what I'm worried about. I mean, I don't care. Come on, I'll tell you where I live. But
that is hilarious. Could you imagine someone kicking this fucking door down and we're all three of us are sitting here just like,
what's up, guys?
Hello.
Can I at least finish this episode first? Thanks.
This fucking John Cena motherfucker jumps over this desk and tackles Dakota off his stool. I would shit, bro. That would
Dude, I just sitting here thinking about it. We really need, before toilet paper Mageddon starts again, fucking, we're
Okay,
gonna have to fucking order some Charmin and sit it under here so I can wipe my ass if SWAT ever busts in here, because I'm literally gonna fucking take a steamer in this chair.
Okay, great segment to the first topic though is why the fuck did people get toilet paper for a virus that was breathing?
Why do people in the South
What?
get milk and bread when it snows? I mean, we don't fucking make sense on half the shit we do, but that's what happens. You know, we're not the smartest people.
Yeah.
Well, clearly we're not, because I didn't know what a snowblower was, so we could start there.
Not the smartest people. See, this is the thing.
Reel it in.
This is the thing. So, you know how like some people are like, we need to just present the American public with all of the information and let them know, like, you know, I'm that type of person. You should tell the American public everything.
Fucking tell us everything.
But this is the thing. We got toilet paper for a virus instead of vitamin C.
Well,
so
I think
the American people aren't that smart.
I think the whole craze for the toilet paper, though, was like they were talking about, you know, we'd never really been shut down before. The closest thing that anybody's ever had to like being shut down in this quarantine and mess and stuff was the fucking like snow days. You get snowed in, you can't go anywhere, roads are closed, businesses are closed for a couple of days, but it's a couple of days to a week at most. Nobody has ever been in a situation or in a time where it's like, all right, lockdown, the country is on lockdown. So I mean, hey, I don't know about you guys, but after a couple of these, I'm gonna need some Charmin to wipe my ass with.
Dude,
that's facts, bro. The whole situation is just crazy. There's like, we're already downward spiraling again.
In this episode, yeah, I don't even know what the fuck's going on anymore.
Dude, me either. We're going fucking crazy today. It's been a nice guess.
Oh, by the way, peep the new logo. If you didn't notice it on our Instagram and Twitter,
we're all over the place.
I don't know what the fuck you're paying attention to, but you know, we're doing a little bit of rebranding. We want it to be more than just a podcast. We want to build up a brand. We got a lot of other future projects in the works and stuff we're planning to do, but you know, new brand, new image. We're coming at you with that new wave, 2021 new wave.
Also, so like just a side note for people out there not from North Carolina, did you guys hear about the story about the dude that's like Fast and Furious stole a Charmin truck and was selling rolls of toilet paper out of the back of the stolen Charmin truck?
My guy, come to my house. I
actually need
no
idea.
He stole 200,000 rolls of toilet paper and was selling them out of the back of the stolen truck. When the cops showed up, he was in the back selling toilet paper out of the truck.
Hey, talk about an entrepreneur.
Gotta survive, bro.
It's really innovative.
What the
you,
fuck?
I mean, you did break the law. So hey, if y'all are gonna swat anybody, swat that guy first. Then you can come for us. So maybe we can get another two episodes out.
Is he in jail? Do we know?
I don't know. I saw the story when like the
because if he's not in jail,
out.
we need to get his contact information and try to interview this guy, because that'd be fantastic.
That would be hilarious.
So how's it like stealing a fucking toilet paper truck?
He's gonna be like, I got in my Honda Accord and drove down the road.
Why do you gotta drive a Honda?
I pulled out my inner Dominic Toretto. Fucking ganked the toilet paper truck. Yeah, I mean.
Oh my god.
Dude, we're on some fuck shit today. But anyways, moving forward, where do you guys like see us in the next like few months with all this COVID shit going on? Because I mean, dude, it's a serious topic. It's a serious thing. People have been fucked up in their mentally all year. I know depression and anxiety has gone through the roof. I've even known I know a few people right now who are out of work due to like the mental stuff that's going on. Like they became really depressed and got a lot of shit like fucking them up personally, and they're on like depressive leave from work due to COVID. I don't even know if that's what you call it, but they're on leave because of it. And I'm just like, that is kind of crazy.
I mean, from the beginning, the response to the virus can't be worse than the virus itself. So if that makes sense. So for example, like you have a 99.985 survival rate. You can't lose 200,000 people, and then once we get everything going, like that's not good. We shouldn't have lost 200,000 people.
Hold on.
Go ahead.
Before you get to, what's the survival rate percentage again?
99.985%.
Yeah, and aren't condoms like 99.9% effective? Yet I still see people winding up with kids and getting pregnant. So I don't believe in percentages anymore. I'm just saying.
Yeah, condoms are 99.9% effective, but the reason why people are getting knocked up is because we are electing to not fucking use them. That's the real problem.
Wait. That was like,
you just debunked my whole thing.
That was the most slanted but statistic that you could have thrown out there. All right. So anyway, the response to the virus can't be worse than the virus itself. So if that percentage is what's happening, 200,000 people die, you can't have a response to what is going on where we get back to normal life and then people are killing themselves because they're fucking depressed from being locked inside. That's insane.
It is insane. The whole entire situation is insane, and like this whole time, it's been up and down. Like, what are we doing now? What rules are in place now? Shit is constantly changing, and it's fucking me up.
Dude, there is no semblance of what the rules are. And I literally talk about it on social media all the time. No one knows the rules.
No. Yeah, I mean,
the rules are, there are no rules.
Yeah, seriously. That's literally, that's the problem, leaving it up to the states, I feel like. I'm not saying that we should take the state's power away to make the rules for the states, whatever. Like, I understand why that's in place. But with this kind of situation, dude, you can't have people out in California being fucking locked down and can't do shit. But over here on the fucking East Coast, we're out going to the gym, doing whatever we want, and there's no rules in place. Like, my thing is there's got to be a literal set guideline.
Those motherfuckers in California are not locked down. They are throwing TikTok parties without masks. Kylie Jenner are throwing parties. They're like, oh, yeah, we tested everyone. Bull fucking shit. All right, you could say you tested everyone, but if they picked up coronavirus at the gas station on the way to your party, they could still spread it to people. No one is following the rules. The only rules I see people following is when you go to a store, the people are wearing a mask.
Yep.
But like, you can't tell me that all these celebrities, all these people saying, coronavirus is so bad, you need to wear a mask, you need to follow the guidelines, aren't having parties, aren't doing things that they're saying that we shouldn't do.
Well, clearly the top 1% don't think that the rules apply to them because they're so rich they can do whatever the fuck that they want.
Yeah, it's fucking
that's why they party.
Dude. I got two things to say. One, ever since the whole mask thing started and we had to start wearing masks and everything everywhere we go, or at least when you enter in establishments and whatnot, I have gotten way more looks because my fuck off on my face must be way worse when I wear a mask. And the second thing, speaking of rules and whatnot, the only rule that matters is O'Doyle rules. You know, a little nostalgia for you guys.
That is a great movie. That is a great movie.
Jesus Christ.
Great movie.
We on that fuck shit today. I don't know why.
Yeah.
I don't know what happened. I woke up on the wrong side of the bed.
Let's explain it because it kind of goes hand in hand with COVID. We went out last night. All right. Yeah. Okay. We just said how people aren't following the rules. We went out. Fuck you, Roy Cooper. Ban me, bitch. Anyway, so... Was I not supposed to say that?
No, that was
the Michael Scott roast.
All right. So we went out last night, right? This is the thing. This is what gets me. We walked down this alleyway.
Premature ejaculation.
That was probably 60 yards long of not a soul. Right? It's like the entrance to this bar that is outside, and the bouncer that takes our ID.
Was this the same guy that said we were all three the same size?
No.
Oh, okay.
He says we all have to wear masks when we walk in, right? So when we're next to him, giving him our IDs, we have to wear a mask. That's fine. He wants to be safe. Okay. But then we walk down this alley that's really long, not a soul besides us. And then we walk back into this outdoor bar where you have to sit at individual tables where you're not wearing a mask anyway. So why am I wearing a mask when no one is around me to go and sit at a table with no one around me where I take off my mask.
And we're socially distanced, like they say to do.
So there's no one knows the rule. Like the bouncer was literally like, yeah, I mean, you have to put it on while you walk in. But it wasn't even, we're walking in somewhere. We're walking to the back where it's open. We're outdoors.
Yeah.
So my whole thing is, like, if they're going to be that anal retentive about the shit like that or whatever, every fucking place in this or every establishment should have the fucking thermometer to check your temperature. If your temperature's not high or whatever, then you're good. You can enter. Mask, no mask, whatever. Like, you're good. But the thing is it doesn't matter whether you wear a mask or not, whether you show symptoms or not. The problem is you can still be a carrier, and you can still have it, but not, or you could just carry it and not have it, so to speak, and give it to other people. So it doesn't really make sense wearing a mask, not wearing a mask. You have to wear a mask at this time. But once you get to this spot, or you go to a restaurant and you sit down at your table and you order your food, then you can take your mask off or whatever. Like, it's like you're contradicting the whole thing with wearing but not wearing one at the same time.
Bro, that's why I said earlier, like, to me, nothing is known 100% across the board. And excuse me, but like, there need to be rules in place that everybody operates by.
Right.
Like, everyone's like, oh, social distancing, but what do you mean? Like, I get that in terms, it seems very simple, but nobody's fucking doing it because you have nobody enforcing it, because all the people you're trying to have enforce it don't fucking believe in the virus anyways, but then want to bitch about it because it's keeping them out of work and etc. Everything is contradicting right now. Fucking put rules in place and make it happen. It needs to be the same across the board.
This is my thing. To say that you don't believe in it is kind of naive, like, for people that say, like, it's not real.
Bro, you call it a hoax all the time. What do you mean?
Well, this is why I do, because I was getting to it. Like, it's a virus. Like, it's proven. Like, people are getting sick. Like, I know people with it. Like, it's a thing. It's just this. How else do you explain it? It's fucking there. It's a thing. But never once has a virus been pushed so politically or so prominently on the people to where there are
shutdowns.
Right. So, like, this is what happened before. When we had the swine flu, it was, here are the guidelines. I specifically remember it was like, stay away from pigs, stay away from other people, and if you have a fever, don't go out, wash your hands, blah, 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 blah. All the usual bullshit. Never, ever has it been like, lockdown, wear a mask, do this, do that, da-da-da-da-da. Like, really? There's something wrong. Something is blown out of proportion here, whether it be the way that we're reacting to it, not reacting soon, whatever people want to say, but something is being overblown here, and
it makes you wonder. SWAT's about to come through the door. Just say, I know, be prepared. Clench your cheeks. It makes you wonder, you know, with the way that the government and how politics and everything have gotten involved with this virus and stuff. You know, are they hiding something? Is there something going on that we're not seeing because we're too caught up with what's going on? It's like sleight of hand. There's so much going on right here, but we miss what's right here.
They're like,
type deal.
And coronavirus.
Smoke screen.
It doesn't. It like that. That's not like saying that. It doesn't sound like it's a big deal. But the thing is like, you know, everybody's made jokes for years about the Illuminati and a higher power, this and that. But the thing and the harsh reality is we don't know. I would probably say like 50 to 70% of what goes on and what decisions they make behind closed doors in office and this and that affects our country. We hear about, oh, the president passed this bill, it's going to the House, whatever. We hear all that shit, but do we really know like what their intentions are for our country? You know, what they're doing and what precedents they're setting and what changes they're trying to make. You know, it really makes you question. And I legit believe that, not saying this virus isn't real. Obviously, it's real. Same thing as the flu. You know, they're hand in hand to me or whatever. Do I think that this country needs to be on lockdown and this magnitude and stuff like this? At this point in time, no, because it's gone on long enough. But the reason they're still pushing it has to be something in the works that they're not telling us that we don't know about. And that's what concerns me. I'm already against our government and everything that they do and decide because they're fucking dumbasses.
I mean, I'll agree with you in the terms of like, bro, it's actually kind of a big smoke screen. But what I don't like, and this is what has me so fucked up about this current election and everything, is you're taking a big problem that's going on in the world right now and you're debating it for yourself, like for self gain. This dude's about to become the president, but you're manipulating a situation to debate it to help you out, to help you get a job and become the president instead of fucking helping people.
Right.
Why? That pisses me off.
The perfect example is like saying that people need a stimulus check, which there are plenty of people that do. There are plenty of people that need government assistance during this rough time.
Yeah.
But instead of giving it to the people, they're arguing themselves. Why are you arguing? Your job is to help the people. And because of coronavirus, they need the money. Yeah. And you're fucking arguing about it. It's stupid.
And this is what goes back to the episode we did where we were talking about my solution for the government was they need to be elected to terms and this and that, because all they do and all they've ever done for as long as I can remember and as long as I've heard about is one party, another party argue against each other. People are over here just fucking waiting on an answer and a solution and nothing changes.
So let's talk about the mentality of it, like what we saw last night.
Yeah.
Like there are people. So we're at the point where we went through it, like Dakota was saying. We went through the lockdown, the phases, blah, 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 blah. Now people are starting to go out. We were out last night. Did you see anyone give a fuck when we were out?
Not one.
Like, this is the problem.
Nobody
this is
cares.
clearly the problem.
Yeah.
This is why it's spreading.
I think the thing is, though, is I mean, we're in fucking November. This shit's been going on since technically January. But the thing is, like, I know there's rules and social distancing and wearing a mask and this and that and limited capacity. Like, I know all this stuff's implemented to a degree. But when you've been cooped up so long, or you literally go through the motions every day, and it's gotten to a point where, you know, it's not even routine anymore. It's like you're a fucking robot. You wake up, go to work, come home, and you don't really do anything else. You don't have the night out with the boys or the girls. You don't get to go out and, you know, go to the club or the bar and meet new people and interact and, you know, have your one night, whatever the case may be. You don't get to do and have that normal life, and we haven't had that. And so some stuff's starting to come back open. And you can have you have that little taste of freedom. It's like when you're a kid and you were grounded and you finally are ungrounded and you get to go out again. You want to be that fucking rebel ass kid and just go do all that fuck shit that you didn't get to do. Like, I get it. Like, that's the mentality. But at the same time, you know, what's the right mentality to have? I mean, I don't even think we know what the right mentality to have is, because we don't have all the answers.
Right. I mean, like, I'll be the first to admit this year has been pretty tough.
Hell.
I mean, it sucked. Like, work is work, but then when all you can do is work, don't get me wrong, the bank looks fucking great right now. That's the only thing that's pretty much going great personally in our lives right now, is the fact that we can save money if you have a job. But
if you don't have a job, you're fucked.
Yeah, if other people don't have it, then they're screwed. And, like, my thing is what I've learned from this year is I'm a very routined person, but I can't be this routined. Because COVID is forcefully making you be hella structured and can only do X, Y, and Z every single day.
It's not, I don't even think it's the fact that it's, you know, your routine. Like, routine and structure and stuff is great. I think it's the fact that it literally makes you feel like a robot. Like, you're literally,
you can't do anything.
Like, you aren't. I think the whole thing, and what bothers me most about it is, and don't get me wrong, like, and these guys can attest to it, I will go out and be the life of the party, and then I will also stay in and not do a fucking soul and not do a damn thing. But it's gotten to the point where it's like you're a robot, but not just a robot that's in place to do whatever you're told. Like, you literally don't have control over your own actions because you can't make your own decisions and go out and get buck wild or live a normal life.
It's kind of wild. Like, this is how you know it's bad. When all that you have to do is go outside, like, when that's the only thing that we actually have access to do is just to go outside and go for walks or whatever the fuck it is, etc. And when you get bored of that, that's a problem.
Yeah, I mean,
like, I'm tired of going to do the same shit outside.
You could like look on the positive, like you could do like a glass half full type deal, and you could be like, you know, for like the father or mother that works a lot, like, it's good to have some downtime that you spend time with the kids. Like, now you're really involved in their lives, and you know, like, there's shit, you know, instead of the dad that's working 60-hour weeks and, you know, kind of neglects his kids, maybe now he's around and is able to go outside and play basketball in the yard with them, and, you know, arts and crafts, whatever, at home, like the whole family's together. That's a very positive thing nowadays, because you don't get, a lot of people are worried about working and like, you let that time kind of slip away as you get older, like spending time with the people that you care about.
Yeah.
That's like the glass half full in this situation. But to me, it's like the glass is a lot more empty during coronavirus than it is full.
It's a lot more empty, and it's stirred up with so much shit.
That's the thing is, like, I'm not like a negative or like a depressed person or like anything like that. Like, I've never had a problem with that in my life, and it's a really, like, it takes a toll on you, and you don't realize it until you're like, bro, we do the same shit every fucking day, and it gets old, and you get really, like, sedentary.
Yeah, dude. I have noticed, like you. I'm not gonna air your business like that, but like I've noticed you've actually had issues sleeping this year.
Yeah, bad.
And it's probably one, you're so relaxed. We're not doing anything every day, and you just like, dude, all I've done is sleep. I feel energized. I feel good to go. And
it's like sleep. It's like gym, sleep, work, and like walk, go outside.
Yeah, Jersey
like it's
Shore,
just
2020 gym, sleep, work.
it literally it's what it is. Like
yeah.
You're right. Yeah, no.
And I found myself like I have anxiety, like pretty moderate case. Like I have tension and stuff every day. And my thing is I found myself getting into these weird funks this year because of not being able to do things that help me stay balanced. Like here recently, the gym's opened back up, so that's helped me out tremendously because that's a thing that I like to do for me. But when that was taken away, I was finding myself like super short fused, kind of irritable, and just a grump. Like I was just down. Like morale is at an all-time low.
Your chakras are aligned.
When I like wake up and I already know exactly how my day is gonna go, I wake up miserable.
I mean, that's the thing though. Is like you kind of miss the like your boys randomly hitting you up. Hey, yo, let's go out and do this. We don't really know where we're gonna go. We're just gonna wind up somewhere, and like you don't have the mindset of like anything can happen because only a few things can happen. Like you can literally only do a handful of things. Yeah. And it's like, yeah, you can get creative and play games or do this or do that and whatever, but then it just becomes like you're trying to do the same thing over again just in a different way, and it's a challenge, but at the same time you've done it 13 other times, 15 other ways, and like you just don't that routine, that feel, that aesthetic, it's not there. You don't have that overjoy and excitement to like, oh, I'm gonna go out with the guys tonight, or I'm gonna go out with the girls. You don't have the normal, like feeling and thoughts of, what I wonder what shit we're gonna get into this weekend with the group and this and that. Like I wonder, if I'm gonna go to the mall and do, like, you just don't. Yeah, just it's like not the same.
Like a simple example is like something that you like people that live away from their families really look forward to is like holidays with their family. And if you live in Chicago, you have been told to cancel Thanksgiving.
Yeah,
or your holidays.
I know, and it's getting crazy. Like I really look forward to this time of the year every single year, and the fact that we might not even have it, or it's kind of upsetting because like I use this time to see people or do things that I've never really gotten to do before.
But like who are they to tell us that we can't do that? That's fucking bullshit.
Well, the thing that trips me up about it and everything is like even flying, from state to state or whatever, just staying in the country, not trying to leave the country or whatever, which obviously you can't, but depending on where you're going to, when you get there, you have to quarantine for X amount of days or X amount of weeks. Like, so I'm supposed to, like, say I'm going to travel from here to wherever, and then I have to quarantine. Let's just say it's for a week. So I have to quarantine for a week. So I have to plan my trip to be twice as long, and then I have to fly back, and then I have to quarantine when I get back. So not only do I have to pay for the flight there, pay for the flight back, pay for all the essentials while I'm there, I have to add 2 weeks to that I'm not in work or not making money or not doing this because I have to quarantine and follow their procedures and follow a new state's guidelines. And it is just like doesn't make sense, and you can't live and
it's clusterfuck.
Like you can't survive.
No, I mean, dude, I think we're all in agreement that it's been a tough, rocky year, and a lot of people across the board will probably say the same thing. Granted, there are a lot of people I'm sure have made good strides this year, especially in the realm of YouTube. It's been a big year for content creators, I feel like, because they actually got to sit back and focus on shit that they wanted to do.
Well, yeah, I think content creation, YouTubers, these TikTokers and everything like that, like it definitely, with everybody being home, you know, you can only watch so much Netflix, you can only watch so many old movies and this and that, so you need new fresh things to watch. And obviously with content creation, you know, you're bringing something new every day or every video, and it's great, and I'm all for that. I mean, hell, we're basically doing the same thing,
and it's free. No, but seriously,
Yeah,
like that's like if you think about it, like Netflix you're paying for,
yeah.
Hulu you're paying for cable. Like if you have a data plan, you could watch Netflix for free. I mean, sorry, Jesus Christ, YouTube.
Yep.
Yeah. No, and dude, I don't know. Like I sit here and I think about this whole COVID mentality and how we're gonna be moving forward. Dude, I don't even know how to feel about moving forward. I'll tell you this much. One, I don't think going backwards is the answer. Two, I don't trust this whole vaccine thing that's being pushed. And three, I'm just fucking tired. I'm ready for it to be done.
Yeah, I mean, you touched on a lot of things that we could talk about. I mean, the first is, yes, we shouldn't go backwards. But the other thing is the vaccine. Is like, see,
No.
I'm not
taking shit.
I'm not getting it. I know there's a lot of people that don't want to get it. But my thing is like, if you are in a situation where you need to get it, like there are plenty of safeguards that say that it's safe, and like you can get it. It's fine. You could get the vaccine.
Yeah.
I'm skeptical because number one, I don't think that the coronavirus is a big deal enough to where you need to force people to get the vaccine. But if your kids are going to school or something like that, where you know you have toddlers and they're putting shit in their mouths and things like that, you could give them the vaccine. They're not gonna grow a third head, but you know, I guess you never know. But still, like, you know what I mean? If you don't think that it's a big deal, you don't think it's a big deal. I don't think it's a big deal. You shouldn't tell me that I have to take the vaccine. If your kid needs to take it because they can't social distance or, you know, whatever, then yeah, take the fucking vaccine.
I got a couple points as to why I'm not taking it. One, the flu shot is something every year, and that's choice whether you want to take it or not. And it's just a guess on the strand. So my thing is the flu's been around twice as long as this shit. One, how do you have...
It's more deadly, too.
We
know about it.
How do you have a vaccine for COVID? Obviously, it's been around for a while because it's been on the back of Lysol cans and whatnot. But how do you have a vaccine for this, but you don't have a vaccine for the flu? You're just guessing every year what strand is going to be. And then 9 times out of 10 from the stories I hear of people that get the flu shot, they get the flu. So I don't trust it. And two,
that's exactly why I haven't gotten the flu shot in like 10 years.
This is the first time I got the flu shot and didn't get the flu from the flu shot. Usually I get the flu shot and get the flu.
Yeah.
Well, second, I'm fucking grown-ass man, and if I don't want to fucking get it, I'm not going to get it. You're not going to tell me I have to or not, because if otherwise, fuck you, we can fight about it. And third, I heard rumors that, you know, with the vaccine, they were going to try and figure out a way to implement a chip into your body. And nah, fuck you. I ain't doing it.
That's what's his nuts? The fucking guy, not Warren Buffett. What's the dude? The dude Microsoft.
Bill Gates.
Yeah, I think it was him or someone like
Elon Musk.
Some fucking guy like that. Some super genius dude with a lot of fucking money said that like they want to have like a chip under your skin so that you constantly are carrying around your medical files.
Nope.
And like all they do is like use the RFID to like pull up your medical files. Like I was talking to like a friend in the medical field, and he was like, that would make things very efficient. But like, I don't know. I'm with you. I don't trust that shit.
Because at the fucking click of a button, I guarantee you, we're gonna just start fucking exploding. Like our bodies.
Suicide Squad. Oh, you want. Bitch.
Yeah, just
fuck no.
Your head pops up.
You can't have that. Not with these fucking crazy ass computer hackers in the world. Not fucking happening.
Yeah.
You're not putting shit in my body.
You can already track me from my devices. You already can figure out my location. You already can figure out what I'm talking. I can fucking talk about toast.
Have somebody over the fucking overseas computer hack all the fucking Americans with chips in their bodies.
Let's not give them ideas.
Everybody the fuck up.
Bro, did you see the movie Snowden? It's on Netflix now. You gotta, the shit that they can like hack and do on computers is insane.
Yeah,
it's insane.
Well, let me bring up a point about that real quick. People want to talk about, oh, it's just a movie, this and that. Well, okay, the fact that people can sit down and think of an idea to put in a movie for technology and this and that tells me that we're not far off from shit like
Snowden
that being
was
able
real.
to happen. Well, I'm saying just in general.
Oh, okay.
That we're not, if people, they put this stuff in movies like iRobot with Will Smith, this and that, whatever.
Yeah.
So many different movies
Good example.
where they're like, oh, it's just a movie. Like, that was really dope. I like how they integrated the new technology and stuff like that. We're probably 20 years away from it. I guarantee you it's being worked on. We don't know about it. That may be some of the shadow effect that the government's keeping from us and this and that. But
Bro, Elon Musk, bro, with the Teslas and all that other shit, he's the one who makes Tesla, right?
Yeah.
So, bro, he could easily fucking make robot. You
iRobot,
bring up iRobot.
iRobot
he could do
is
it, I
set
bet.
in 2023. So
Is it really?
Yeah, we're getting pretty fucking close.
hey,
That's crazy.
If I don't make it to 2023, kids, you come back and watch my YouTube videos.
Bro.
I survived 2012. Watch the movie.
Bro, that shit's wild. Literally wild. Yeah, I mean, he's obviously a very smart guy. He could definitely.
He's a
fuck
Oh
with-
my god.
He's wicked smart.
He's wicked smart, bro. So hold on. So speaking of the accent and shit, so when we went on last night, right? There was this bartender who was wearing a Bruins hat. So I walked up to the bar to get a drink, and I was like, "Oh, hey, like are you from Boston, like the Bruins?" And she's like, "Oh no, I'm from Rhode Island." And I'm like, "Oh, that's awesome." Or I said like, "That's wicked cool," or whatever, some shit. And the like male bartender next to her goes, "Oh yeah, you from Boston too?" And he like made fun of my accent. I'm like, "You motherfucker!" He just called me out, and I was like, "All right, well, nice to meet you. Like, I'm gonna go fuck myself now. Like, thanks
Yeah.
for my drink."
I'm gonna go to another bar and give me another drink.
Then we ran. There was like another group of people. So we were waiting for the Uber to take us home, and there was this group of people sitting in Mojos.
You and Ubers don't get along.
Well, I was actually good last night, but this group of people were like handing us fried pickles, saying, "Here,
Bruh.
eat our fried pickles." And Joe and Devin were eating fried pickles, and they were like, "You guys want to come hang out with us?" And we walked in and sat with them, and then
Just
Joe
ate their
and-
food.
ate all their fucking food, and Joe and Devin started talking, and they just Southerners tried to mimic their northern accents, and it was really
We were
funny.
trying to teach him how to talk with
Yeah,
a
it was
northern
so
accent. It was
funny.
funny as hell.
I was like, what the fuck is happening right now? You want to talk about the spread of COVID? These fuckers probably all had it. It was funny.
Well, see, the thing about that, you see how the story switched up real quick and the excitement got on their faces like they were fucking kids in a candy store? We need to be able to go back towards that old style where we can just live our lives and do our things. Obviously, we can still be safe. Obviously, we can still, have these social whatever, so to speak. There's got to be limitations because you can't just be, hey, I need you over there. Hey, I need you over there.
Yeah.
Hey, how's it going, guys? What's up? You trying to, let's take a selfie,
It's like a
fucking
calculated
yeah.
risk.
We need to start pushing back, bro. I think that's the
Like-
big problem is we're all just kind of it's just saying we're letting it happen. And why?
I
If we
don't-
don't
I don't want to sound ignorant. Okay, like there were situations like we were very safe last night. I do have to agree. We were very like
Not with the alcohol.
we stayed at our table for the most part. We stayed at our table. We didn't interact with anyone without a mask. Like we were pretty good. That story was probably the one time that we were like we probably shouldn't have like eaten these random people's foods, but they
Hell no.
offered it to us. That was some shit where like the COVID it was like a lapse in judgment, but whatever. But the thing is like what the fuck is that? Oh damn. So forgot where I was going with that. But anyway, so like you can't be naive about it and be like, oh,
wait.
we
Is
were
that SWAT? Are we getting swatted?
yo. I swear to God, dude, if
open up.
if someone comes in here and just fucking tackles, I will never forget.
Why do
real
you think
talk,
they're
if it's
going
not
for me
SWAT,
first?
it's ICE, and they're coming for my ass.
Real
talk.
Ice.
I've been
baby.
getting away with it for too long,
Bro,
boys.
could you imagine if ICE was at the door? Dakota answers, "No, there's no one here." And Greg just fucking jumps out the window.
Just take off.
He
on a
goes and
sprint.
hides in my dog crate behind my dog.
Yo, that's a Ford Focus. How many of them is in there?
Greg, the guys can be like, "Yeah, we're looking for Gregory," and we're all just like, "I don't know what you're talking about." There's
Dakota just turns around. He's right there, dude.
Get him the fuck out.
Just fucking gone. Just take off.
Oh
and we're
my
good
god,
to go.
I would die,
Dude, shit's
So,
wild.
He's got a bad hip, remember.
so anyway, what were you saying that I said let's not be naive about it. Like
You said you didn't want to be ignorant.
it was a little bit of lapse of judgment. We shouldn't have done that, but for the most part, we were safe. Now, with that being said, we were saying pushback. We probably need to say, listen, if you're in a risk category, stay home. If you're an elderly, you have a pre-existing condition, just don't go out until you get the vaccine or something like that so that you're safe. But, like, you can't tell us to stop living our lives because we're not afraid and have the people who are in the minority that are afraid.
Yeah, but you can't set rules for certain people and then not everyone else. You can't tell these people because they're not afraid, oh, you can go on and live your normal lives, and then these people just have to stay locked up. And
you could. You
can, but that's not our country. We're not.
Right.
I just feel as if, like, this is my life. I only get one shot at it. And
do not miss your chance to blow.
This is my body. I'm representing myself, and I should be the one who gets to decide if I want to go out or expose myself to stuff or really anything. And I feel that way for everybody.
But if you had a pre-existing condition, you would be smart enough to stay home.
I have asthma, and I still go out.
Well, you don't give a fuck. But, like, for example, if you're an elderly person, you know to stay home. Like, my grandparents know that they need to stay home.
Yeah.
That's how it should be.
And see,
but just because they need to stay home and they're in the minority doesn't mean I need to.
Right. If I caught COVID and I got it really bad and it really fucked me up, dude, with me having asthma, I could really get fucked up by it. And I truthfully am running the fucking risk every day. I go to the gym, they fucking take my temp, I go in there, work out, pull my fucking mask off because I don't want to wear it because I fucking hate it. Because one, I'm working on my health and fitness, I'm keeping myself in tip-top shape, eat healthy, washing my hands, using hand sanitizer, wiping everything down. I'm doing everything and taking all the essential steps to be healthy. And I feel great.
Well, we could talk about that for a second. The fact that you have to wear your mask into the gym while you walk by the front desk with less people at the front desk than inside the gym.
Yep.
But then once you get into the gym where all of the people are, you can take your mask off while you're lifting.
Yeah. It's crazy.
So once again, who the fuck is making these rules? Like, for example, all right, I posted something about that on a social media, and an acquaintance that one of my best friend's brothers who's in the medical field said, it's to limit the exposure, right? But if you're limiting the exposure, and the example I gave was if you close the bar at 10 o'clock, you're still getting the same amount of exposure if I go out at 6 and the bar closes at 10 than I do if I went out at 8 and the bar closes at 2. Provided that that's the same time, but you get what I'm saying. It's the same amount of exposure. Just because you change the time doesn't mean there's less people.
Yeah. No, they're just opening the bars up earlier. That's all it is. And, actually, speaking of that, I want to just put it out there. I wouldn't mind if that was, like, the new normal, bro. Like, when shit opens, back up.
Yeah, you like that, huh?
I thought it was fucking great. Go out at 5:30, drink up until, like, 10:30, 11 o'clock, everything close at a fucking normal hour, and we get home and go to bed and still get a full 8. That's fucking fantastic to me, bro. It was nice fucking being literally turned the fuck up by 8:30 yesterday and home by 11:30. I mean, it was great for me, but don't get me wrong. I could throw down with the best of them and hang till 2, 3 in the morning if I have to, if that's what we're going to be doing. But my thing is this shit was fucking cool. They opened them up earlier. So
he's turning into a grandpa.
I am. But to your point, that's what, like,
it's the same shit.
You say the exposure thing. What was it called?
It's to limit your exposure to the virus.
Right. So if they want to take it that route, then the bars need to be open from 7 to 10. You get 3 hours, that's it, and then they close. But they're just opening them up earlier so that way they can make the same amount of money as if they were to open later.
But there's still the same amount of people as if it was regular hours. So it's not like you're actually limiting the exposure to anything.
I think that's part of the problem is the fact that, they're making these rules, they're trying to implement all this and see what works and what doesn't work. And the thing is we don't really have enough evidence. They don't really have enough, data, or whatever the fuck you want to say, to come to a conclusive decision. Like, this is what's working, this is what we need to do, whether it's here, whether it's in California, whether it's in the West, like, it doesn't matter. And then on top of that, like, yeah, you could say, like, hey, if you're immune, whatever, or not immune, but hey, if you're more likely to be exposed or you're at risk, stay home. You could say that and everything, but you can't tell a certain population to do one thing and then the rest of the population, hey, you can just do whatever the fuck you want. One, our government's not going to do that. And two, you can't, because then that's going to cause too much controversy, too much chaos, and then we're going to be back to square one aside from the virus in terms of, people are gonna go fucking crazy. There's gonna be bad shit to pop off, and like there's so many unknown variables.
There's one big point here, and it is kind of a lot. So let me just kind of work through it here. So places are opening up, and the only way for them to open up and actually make money is to do implement workarounds. Like, in order for the gyms to open up, they had to find a workaround to make it that they could open up. So here's been my biggest problem with the entire year thus far is you have government workers. They still have their jobs. And they're like, patience, 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 and they preach it on us, and they're like, we're working on things for you. Then where are our stimulus checks? We've been waiting for a long time. People can't live without money. And this year should have really exposed that. People are like, oh, money can't buy you happiness, blah, blah, blah. Bullshit. Because you can't tell me you like fucking living broke, having nothing. This is literally showing the fact that everybody cannot live with money, but we got to wait for other people to make it so for us to have anything.
Yeah.
And it's driving me crazy. Places can't open up because the government's telling us that we can't, but they can't function without money. So the government's saying, hey, you guys can't open up right now, but they're not doing anything to get these people any fucking money either. That is my problem with it. And you're doing it all for self-fucking improvement. Trump has been pushing fucking another stimulus package to the people, but Joe Biden and them are holding them back. But my biggest problem and takeaway from it was when they were debating. Joe Biden was like, we're gonna give you guys stimulus checks, blah, blah, blah. He's preaching this whole big notion and narrative that he's for the American people and he's going to help the American people. But the Democrats are the ones who were declining the stimulus package.
They both fucked up because one asked for too much money,
mean?
one wanted a little bit of money, and instead of finding common ground, they just fucking went at it. Both sides, genuinely both sides did.
We're waiting on them to help us, but they're the ones telling us we can't work. How fucked up is that?
Yeah.
It fucked me up all year, and I'm just like, dude, this is fucking crazy. I'm not for one side or the other, but to me, that is absolutely just mind-blowing.
It's unacceptable.
And all of them make fucking six-figure salaries, and y'all don't understand our struggle.
Yeah.
You're not even close. Fucks me up.
So, I mean, with all this stuff that's been going on this year and everything, like, more and more places have closed over time because, they filed bankruptcy or they can't keep up. And the thing is, so many people have lost their jobs. So many places have closed down. Yeah, some stuff's slowly starting to open up, but it's limited. They're not making the money that they used to. And with people being out of work, the bills don't stop. And y'all know y'all pay taxes on your 6-7 figure salaries and shit like that. Y'all know that shit don't stop when it comes every year and you got to pay your tax. Granted, I'm assuming you pay your taxes, but when that shit comes up every year, you got to pay it or you're fucked. So we're fucked if we don't pay our bills. And I mean, I've lost a couple jobs this year, with the coaching and whatnot and stuff. So I mean, I know other people are struggling and think about people with families and whatnot. You got both parents at home, can't make money. Unemployment's a fucking joke.
You want to talk about taxes?
Oh
You want to talk about taxes? We are fucked this tax season. We're fucked. Because I know you filed for unemployment because you said unemployment's a joke. When I got furloughed, I had to file for it. We are fucked. We are super fucked. They don't... I'm serious. When I was filling out that fucking paperwork, it was like, how much do you want to withhold from what they're paying you to pay for your state and federal taxes? And there's no guideline about it. You click on it and it's like, oh, we recommend anywhere from 5 to 8%, but it could be more and it could be less. So when I go to H&R Block and the lady's like, okay, well, you were supposed to take out 10, so now I owe money on a unemployment check that I was getting because I didn't have a job? How does it? What the fuck?
That taxes should.
They literally work it around to where so they're like, oh, the American people are struggling, and then they find a way to finesse you with more
fuck
money.
You again, dude. It's unreal.
We let these people tell us what to do, bro.
It's unreal.
Why?
And, okay, so then you get taxed there, and then what was I saying the other day? Then you get taxed for using the roads. You got to pay North Carolina a highway fee. Then you got to you get taxed when you die. You get taxed when you have a baby.
I don't understand why taxes are a thing because it's supposed to in North Carolina the taxes are supposed to go to the roads, the schools, and shit like that. But teachers aren't getting paid more, especially right now. And then our roads are still shit. Granted, they're better than South Carolina. Sorry, I used to live there. I can say that. But yeah, I don't understand. Like, we pay all these taxes.
For the roads, I don't mean to cut you off, but our roads fucking suck.
Yeah, trash.
If I lose one more tire due to a fucking pothole, I'm going to literally lose my shit.
Go to South Carolina. South Carolina's like 10 times worse. So our roads are better than South Carolina's. But the thing is like, you know, we pay taxes on all this stuff. We pay taxes on our gas for our vehicle. Fucking milk. I remember when I was a kid and milk used to be 99 cents. Now that shit's like $5. It costs me more to buy a milk than it does to pay for gas. Like, none of that shit makes sense. But this is what you guys think our country needs, and then you want to implement all these rules and laws and legislations, and you don't care. It doesn't affect you.
I'm just gonna put it out there, and if none of you guys fucking agree with me, whatever. Anyone that says that, like, oh my god, person didn't pay a lot of money in taxes, good for him. Good for anyone that doesn't pay a lot in taxes.
Teach me how to get around it.
Facts. H&R Block needs to step up their fucking game, bro, because he paid less in taxes than I paid, and that's fucking smart. I am not knocking you for that. I wouldn't want to pay taxes if I was rich either. So
I don't like giving away my money. I work for it.
You people are just salty that he has a better fucking accountant than you do.
That's my biggest thing.
That's it.
Is we're out busting our ass doing hard work, especially people who work in labor jobs, and you're gonna take away a lot of that fucking money that they actually like broke their back to work, like to earn.
Yeah,
I don't understand that. And then they gotta pay it forward again next year during tax season. Like, the whole thing. I don't fucking.
Provided you don't get a return.
I used to be in a trade job, and I made a little over $28 an hour, and I got paid every week. My weekly paychecks after taxes were $840, which is a lot. But before taxes, my paychecks were like almost $1,500 a week. So I lose out on almost half my pay because of taxes. And I don't ever really see that money back because come tax time, I get taxed on my taxes and I don't get half that shit back.
And you have to pay union fees.
And I have to pay union fees. That's a whole other
how
story.
much were those? They were fucking a lot, weren't they?
I had to pay. It was $600. Granted, depending on if anything changed or whatever, it's anywhere from $600 to $650 every 4 times a year, every quarter.
That's fucking crazy.
So how much money a year did they get out of you?
6 times 4, a lot.
For what? For the union?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but I didn't have to do. So that's a whole other topic. But like, the union dues, they help me get my insurance and pay my fees, so I'm licensed to work in the state or wherever I have to travel, and I keep my certifications and all that stuff, like my health care and stuff and that shit. If you put a dollar amount on my health care package, it was over $80,000 for a year. So like I had bomb-ass health care coverage, but it just sucked that I had to pay it 4 times a year. But that aside, I'm talking about like straight taxes.
Yeah, right. Facts. I don't know, dude. I feel like if you and the money can't buy you happiness thing, there's 2 things about this.
It can't buy you happiness, but it can pay your fucking bills and keep food on your table.
That makes me pretty happy. Yeah, that's what I was just gonna say.
That is exactly what I'm saying.
That is exactly what happiness is. Like,
thank you.
If we could sit down at dinner and I could have a 5-course meal and not give a fuck about how much I paid for it, I'm pretty happy.
Let me say it like this. let me say it like this. If I can sit here and buy groceries, or we're gonna go out and have drinks, or I'm gonna cook an all-star dinner for us or whatever, and not have to be like, hold on, before we go out to the bar, let me
Yes, check my bank account.
That's the fucking worst. But y'all don't know what it's like. The government doesn't know what it's like to be like, oh, let me move my funds. I got a checking and a savings, and all my money's in my. It takes 3 business. Like, you don't fucking know what it's like, motherfucker.
Yeah. When Dakota says y'all, he's not talking about you, the listeners. He's talking about y'all as in the government.
Yeah.
He's not.
This is like, at this point, I already know I'm gonna get swatted. So just fucking come find me.
This is basically a coronavirus government. 3 dudes shitting on both of those first 2 that I listed.
Dude, it's fucking crazy. Like, this whole entire process
I'm enjoying
is all in it's for their benefit. None of us, dude, tell me one thing good that's happened to you this year that the government has provided.
Not shit.
I'll tell you one thing. The first fucking stimulus check went right into my savings because I've had a job all year, because I'm thankful enough to still be employed all year.
So one other thing was the additional $600 as a like helping you if you lost your job on top of the unemployment, because people can't live just based off of the $300 that they were going to give you. So that was good.
Well, okay.
Good on you, government. You got one thing right.
Let me put that into perspective, though, because when those 13 weeks were up, because that $600 only lasted for 13 weeks, and there was a whole big controversy. They're sitting at home. Why do they get more money? Whatever. When that 13 weeks ended, and I got my first unemployment check after those 13 weeks, I got $57 for a week. What the fuck am I gonna buy for $57 for a week?
Yeah. Facts.
That whole
system.
Get you through the first aisle in a grocery store.
That whole system needs to be revamped, and I'm not going to get into it because that's a whole other political conversation.
How long did it take you to hear back from them? Just to set it up.
It must have taken almost 2 months to get my first check. 2 months.
That's fucking
it took
crazy.
like 6 weeks. 6 weeks. Dude, I had to threaten to call or email the head like DPS guy in North Carolina. I threatened his secretary, not threatened, but like I told his secretary. I was like, we elected him to handle shit like this, and he is not handling it. I have waited 5 weeks, and I was like, this isn't about me. Luckily, I have a savings, but for the mom, or the single mother, or single father, or whoever that needs money to pay their rent, they're not getting it because I'm not the only one waiting 6 weeks for a check.
Yeah.
Like, this is a problem. She was like, and I was like, I will call this dude that we elected to handle this shit because he's not handling it. I was so pissed, dude. I was on the phone with her for like at least 2 hours.
It took me
just yelling at her, and she took it. She was a champ, but
it took me almost 20 hours when that shit started. It took me almost 20 hours just to fill out the fucking 3 pages that I had to fill out.
How many times did it crash?
That's what I'm saying. It took me 20 hours just to try and fill it out. And then they had to implement a curfew where the site goes down from 11 p.m. to 3 a.m. in the morning. And that's when I was trying to get on because I'm like, hell, everybody's going to be asleep. This is the best time to do it. No, I tried right before, like at 10 o'clock. I tried first thing at 3 a.m. No, it took me 20 hours just to fill that shit out. Like, it's ridiculous. The whole process is stupid.
So stupid. And there's a lot of stuff in that whole process that needs to be revamped because it's just a clusterfuck. Like, provided it was coronavirus time, so there's a section on it where you do your weekly certification where you say like,
how much you made,
and it was like did you look for a job this week? And provided you didn't need to click it, they send you an email and tell you don't need to click yes because it's coronavirus and you're furloughed, blah 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 blah. So you click no. But in like real life, if someone was out of work and they clicked yes but didn't look for a job because they're lazy and just want unemployment, that's it. You just click yes, and that's it. How come there's no, like, you have to send in, like, the confirmation email for sending in your resume somewhere or anything? Like, we have plenty of technology in this world. You can't tell me you can't look into that? That's crazy.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, like, especially now, you know, there's some things opening back up, you know, whether or not they'll be able to remain open or, you know, keep popping off or whatever, or even get back to where they were. You know, there's so many people without jobs, and there's so many people that are having to jump from job to job. And the thing is like, you can't even find a job that pays what you need it to because everything's, you know, limited. They're limited on the hours they can work employees or so many different variables. And it's just like, how do you expect people to live? Like, you can't afford to get a job because the job's not going to pay enough, but you can't afford unemployment. Like, there's no right answer or right way to do it.
Yeah.
You know, especially for people who don't have degrees and stuff like that, because you don't have that stupid piece of paper that says, hey, you sat through 4 years of school and you learned some shit. That doesn't mean that we're incapable of making money and being able to learn a job. Like, hell, you can teach anybody anything in this room and we'll learn it. Give us a week and I guarantee you we'll be some of your hardest working people.
Yeah.
But
that's true.
There's no solution to the COVID. There's no real like good plan of action to make things better, to put us on course to get back to a better tomorrow. And you got all these other variables that are floating in the air that are question marks in the making, and you have no answers for us. We want answers. We want to get back to where we were. We want this country to thrive. We want to be able to live our lives, but at the same time not have to worry about unnecessary shit, because a lot of the shit we're worried about right now didn't even used to be a concern before, but now it is.
Dude, there were so many question marks that the head dude at the beginning of this said, like, masks don't help. And then, like, 3 weeks later, he was like, yeah, everyone wear masks. Like, don't tell me you know what you're talking about. You may be a doctor, dude, but come on. There are literally videos of, I forgot his fucking name, but him being like, yeah, we don't really need to do masks. Just, like, socially distance and wash your hands. And then, like, 3 weeks later, he's just like, oh, everyone wearing N95.
That's not Ben Shapiro.
No, fucking...
the head guy of the CDC.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, his
I
fucking
mean,
name.
you know, with the whole entire like thing being held over our head right now, another possible lockdown on the way. I saw Roy Cooper. He actually tweeted like yesterday or the day before. He said North Carolina had its biggest spike in cases since the start of COVID, and we had like over 3,000. I want to
see where you get these fucking numbers from.
Thank you. Me too. But with lockdown looming over our heads again, out of curiosity, lockdown survival kit. What do y'all got for me? Like your essential items that are gonna help you get through another fucking lockdown. Because clearly we're gonna have to have something to do. I want to hear what y'all got to think.
I'm gonna go live on YouTube. I'm gonna put a green screen up right here that says "fuck the government."
I'm gonna put a green screen up that says "fuck Roy Cooper."
fuck this, fuck that, fuck you, fuck off.
I literally think a green screen would be great, but I'm gonna create an image of me taking a piss on Roy Cooper. That'd be fantastic.
You know those stickers, like the Tar Heels, the stickers that go on the back of the cars, Tar Heels pissing on Duke, because I'm a Tar Heels fan. Fuck Duke. We could do that. You and the little character Trevinger, because you're PB small, and would make you piss on Roy Cooper.
So I would do food.
Rock that small wanker.
I would do food, guns,
toilet
paper, vitamin C. And I'm not locking down again, so it doesn't even matter. Like, fuck off.
So, like, what did you guys do this past time that, like, just to pass the time when we really couldn't do shit?
Not shit. You remember we were locked down for so long, Tiger King was still a thing. We watched Tiger King in lockdown.
I did this the whole time.
Yeah. Dude.
Damn, clean them socks, son.
The other day, I was talking to someone, and I was like, I have traveled from North Carolina. I'm admitting to traveling state to state during a quarantine, whatever.
Facts.
I traveled from North Carolina to Connecticut, from Connecticut back to North Carolina, and now in a few days I'm going back from North Carolina to Connecticut and Connecticut back to North Carolina, and we're still going to be in a pandemic. That's how long that we have been in this pandemic. It has been so long. There has been a trend about Carol Baskin. Do you guys even remember who that is?
Yes.
I'm glad you do, but
it
was that long ago.
Husband, bro.
It was that long ago.
She killed her husband, dog.
Think about how long that's been. We went through a rebranding, more episodes, got a YouTube page, did all this shit. We're still in a lockdown. We're still in quarantine.
It's wild, bro. I don't even know how to move forward at this point in time. I'm just, like Dakota said, I'm becoming a fucking robot.
It's insane.
We're in a glass case of emotions, in a revolving door, in the episode of You on Netflix where he only brings us food when he wants. And he is the government.
Damn. Holy shit.
That's a good analogy, right?
That was a good analogy.
Somebody sign me.
I think I pooped a little bit.
That was amazing.
But all right, guys. I mean, we could go on and on and
we
on
gonna wrap
for
this
days.
up?
Yeah, we could go on for days. There's so much we could talk about when it comes to, COVID, the lockdown, how it's been, how it's treated us. Obviously, we hope you guys are managing, you're surviving, you're thriving, or at least trying to, like we are. Yeah. But with that being said, hit that like and subscribe button. Turn on those post notifications. We'll see you next week. We got some big things coming and some announcements coming soon. So y'all be prepared.
Hey, have a good one, guys.